The United States has deployed roughly 2,500 Marines to the Middle East as its conflict with Iran intensifies. The troop movement comes as Washington continues large-scale airstrikes across Iran under the campaign known as Operation Epic Fury. American officials say the strikes are targeting military infrastructure, including facilities on Karg Island, a critical hub for Iranian oil exports. Iran has responded with missile and drone attacks targeting U.S. assets and allied states across the Gulf. Shipping disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz have already pushed global oil prices higher and raised concerns about wider economic fallout. U.S. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said Washington believes Iran's new supreme leader, Mujtaba Khamenei, was wounded during the attacks and may have been seriously disfigured. Iranian authorities have not confirmed the claim.
We know the new so-called not-so-supreme leader is wounded and likely disfigured. He put out a statement yesterday, a weak one, actually, but there was no voice and there was no video. It was a written statement. He called for unity. Apparently killing tens of thousands of protesters is his kind of unity.
Meanwhile, the Pentagon says a U.S. military refueling aircraft crashed in western Iraq during operations connected to the conflict. Officials say the incident was not caused by hostile fire and rescue teams have recovered the crew. Back in Washington, the conflict is beginning to affect the domestic economy. Petrol prices in the United States have climbed sharply, with the national average rising to around $3.60 per gallon, the highest level in years. The rising energy costs are emerging as a potential political challenge for the Trump administration as the conflict continues. In foreign policy developments, the United States is preparing a new weapons package for Taiwan, which could include interceptor missiles. Officials say the decision could be finalized after President Donald Trump meets Chinese President Xi Jinping later this month. Separately, Washington has issued a temporary sanctions waiver allowing limited purchases of Russian crude oil, a move analysts say is aimed at stabilizing global energy markets during the Iran crisis. And in legal developments, a U.S. military veteran accused of involvement in the failed 2020 plot to overthrow Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro has fled ahead of his scheduled trial, according to U.S. authorities. Those are the latest developments from the United States.